Welcome to Top Real Estate Secrets. I'm your host, Liz, and this is my partner, Adriana. Today, we're going to talk about the pros and cons in selling your home. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, we want to be honest and let you know kind of what's going on. You know, if it's the right fit for you.
If it's a good idea to sell your home on your own or not.
Yeah, basically.
It either may be right for you or it may not be right for you to sell your home on your own. So you want to start off with the pros first? I think we should. Yeah, let's go with the pros first. One of the pros in selling your own home is you have control over everything. So, for example, you don't have a third party person like a realtor that you have to ask for certain things. For example, showing is a huge factor that comes into selling your house. You have to make sure it's convenient for you and your family. You always have to make sure it's clean or presentable at any given time. You also want to make it available as much as you can, because the more availability you have open to potential buyers, the higher the chances of you selling your house. So we've had situations where we've had to schedule showings. I think it was one of the listings in Ocoee. We had a buyer that was seriously interested, and we can only show it on Thursdays from 5 to 8. And it was every other Thursday on top of that. So that's a huge red flag, because that almost was a little off-putting, and we didn't even want to schedule anyone to see it because of how difficult they made it for us to go into the property.
And to sell it, yeah. One of the things that we do like to do, open homes or open houses typically don't sell a home, but it's important that if you are going to hit the market, that and your time frame is super limited, just go ahead and hit the market on like a Tuesday or a Thursday. Build up your showings for your open house on a Saturday and Sunday. That way you only have to show the home on that Saturday and Sunday. You can kind of get your feedback there, and then, not show your home during that entire week.
Yeah. And the good thing about showing on the weekends is that most people are off. So if you just clean it up really good one time, and like on a Friday or a Thursday, open it up for a few days over the weekends and make the house smell beautiful, you'll have a better chance of getting a highest and best offer before a Monday. So then you don't have to keep showing it. But again, that is, house to house. It's a different case with every property.
Right.
So
typically with our program, like one of the things that we've done is you have the power to set the price. You have the power to set the commission structure. You also have the power to negotiate, but we're available for any questions that you do have on it. So it's definitely a pro in our book where we're going to save you a ton of money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Another thing too is you have your own personal touch. No one knows no one knows your home better than yourself.
Facts.
So I feel like with an agent, they have to kind of know what's the selling points. You're going to already know your own selling points because you've lived in the house. So you're going to know what you love and what you can express to other people to get them to love the house and to want them to buy it.
Yes. When I sit down as a listing agent and I go over a home, I'm going to ask you a ton of questions. So you already know. You're going to teach me everything about it. So the pro here is it. They're going to come to you directly. You're going to negotiate it. It's going to be
direct communication.
Correct. Yep. That's going to be the next, pro that's out there.
Direct communication instantly. Like, for example, we did an open house and we normally don't have the sellers at the open house. Normally that's our job, but the seller, she's amazing. And she was like, you know what, I'll stay. And I'm like, beautiful. That sounds great. Answer the questions amazingly. I greeted everyone right away. And she was there to help answer any questions when it comes to taxes, because it is overwhelming when you have a bunch of people coming in that want to shake your hands. You don't have time to go over all of the things and benefits and tax deductions and upgrade information with every single person. But having someone that will give a direct communication is very powerful. So that's why we believe that you can sell your own house and have a direct line of communication with buyers. That's powerful. That's something we cannot give you.
Right. I think the biggest pro out there is you're going to save commission. You're going to save commission with an agent. Like I said before, with our program, you're going to be able to set your commission structure with the buyer's agent, with the listing agent. We're going to save you money. We're going to be here to hold your hand. We're going to help you through it, but you're going to have to communicate with the buyer. You're going to have direct communication, explain some of these things that we don't know about. But if problems arise, we're here. We can answer them for you.
Now let's go over the cons. So there are a few cons, and it may not apply to you, and it may. So one con is the lack of expertise. So if you're wanting to sell your own home, you may have experience in real estate, or you may not have any experience in real estate. Now, if your job is sales, great. You've got one up on everybody else that doesn't have any sales experience. So if you're good at selling, this might be easy for you to do, because it's literally marketing, setting up a price, talking to buyers, communication, being personable, and then finding the right person to buy. It's not that complicated. It really isn't. Think of it like selling a product online. All you're doing is, this product is a couple $100,000 more than selling a pair of shoes or a bracelet. So
you have to answer emails, answer your phone.
Communication is key.
Huge. That is actually a con. A lot of people don't realize that it does take effort. I'm a big proponent of answer your phone. The biggest thing is, if they don't get any kind of communication, they're just going to go down the street.
Yep.
They're going to find another realtor. They're going to
even if you take too long to answer their question.
Yes.
They're like, oh, on to the next. I have to move into a house, and this person is not being responsive. I'm done.
Right. It's a big thing. A lot of people, maybe this isn't the right fit for you, and you do want to hire an agent because you don't have the time to communicate. But you have to communicate. You have to be available. If you do these small things, you can sell your home on your own, saving your family thousands of dollars.
And it is time consuming. So time consuming and energy draining. Trust me, you can ask us how draining it is. And we love doing what we do, but we're used to it. We're accustomed to getting our energy drained by buyers and sellers, and we've become acclimated to that. So if you're a scientist and you work in a lab all day, selling your own house may not be the job for you. I'm sorry.
But then again, the wife might be able to do it or
exactly.
something. So you have someone in the family.
Yeah, that it has that is like, oh, I kind of want to try to sell our own house. Beautiful. By all means, go for it.
Now, I'd like to say that a lot of people think that this is a con. It's limited exposure, but if you follow our program, if you listen to our YouTube, if you listen to our podcast, we're going to teach you the exact way on how to hit the market so you get the most exposure for your property. And it's not just going to be through Zillow. It's not just going to be through Trulia or homes.com. But if you don't hit the market correctly as a for sale by owner, you will have limited exposure.
Absolutely.
So I hope that you pay attention to what we're saying and learn from us and go ahead and hit the market the correct way. That way you don't have limited exposure, because that can be a con.
Yes, that can be a con. But with our program, you will get the maximum exposure and save money on top of that too.
Yeah.
The next thing is legal consideration. So that's why we have an attorney, a real estate attorney, Erica, that we've talked about in a previous episode, where she will help anybody through any legal issues, contracts, making sure that she has your best interests at heart. And that is one con if you don't have someone in place to assist you. But with us, we do. And we will guide you in the right direction.
I think that a lot of people need to understand that they want to we're seeing a lot of lease backs. And what happens is you go under contract, you close on the property, and then the sellers actually lease it back. You can do it you have to do it for $10 a month minimum. You can't do it for $0. But there's a lot of stuff that goes along with that.
There's a lot of laws in place too.
Personally, it's part of our service. Erica, we have her draft up everything, because it's not just as simple as, hey, live in the home, this, because there's taxes, there's HOA. You have, what if you have solar panels and one of them breaks? There's limited, you need to have renter's insurance,
Or something breaks, or there's like a fire, God forbid, or anything. You just never know,
Right. And we personally actually have the seller pay for the taxes all the way up until they vacate the property. So I think that a lot of people don't even know what a post-occupy is or
No.
a lease back. But when you have the right team in place, talk to Erica, you know.
And it sounds confusing, and this may sound like another language to you, but this is something that we have had to pave our way in understanding just by not knowing. And now we know, and we have the experience. And with our program, we can guide you in that direction and make sure that you get all of your legal questions answered by a quick text message. Erica is extremely responsive, and that's why we love having her on our team, because she is just as efficient with communication as we are with our clients.
Right. Remember, Erica, if you choose her for your title company, she's an attorney. She's here in Florida. She's going to review your contract as well, make sure that everything is copacetic with it, and then talk to you back and forth, because ultimately, as a seller, you get to choose who your title company is.
Yes. And that was our con. But when we have our program, it's not really a con, it's a pro.
Right.
This is for anyone that doesn't use our program. It is a con. Another con, and this is the last one, is emotional attachment. And that is a big con, because
we're dealing with that right now. I don't know if you know, because I really haven't kept you in the loop. But I'm definitely, it was hard to sell and find another property just the same as what I'm actually selling. And so he was super attached to it. And there's just nothing you can do when you've built your home. They put an addition on it. He absolutely loves it. He put his blood, sweat, tears in it. And he did real estate right. And this is why I love real estate, because they bought that home for a very small amount. They added an addition on. They upgraded all their bathrooms. They fixed the kitchen. And then they turned it around and they made a gang of money. They did it right. It was so beautiful to see.
And that's how you build generational wealth.
It is. And so I had to sit down and have a conversation with him and just say, hey, listen, you did a great job. Like, I know you love your home, but you and your wife, you made this decision to sell your home. And so it's time to go on to the next home, take that money, put it into the next one, keep it
and
going.
do it again.
Right.
And do it again. And then you can retire a happy, beautiful life, and you can build any dream home that you want to. You've already done it. You can do it again.
Right.
So the emotional attachment, that is one con. And sometimes you just have to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what? What's best for me? If I need to sell this home, then I will part my feelings to the side and give myself a better understanding of what is the reason why I need to sell this house, and put your emotions aside. And that will help you sell your home even better. So
yeah, that's actually, if you go back and listen to the 10 steps on how to sell your home that I go over, the very first step is going to be, where are you going? What are you doing? Why are you selling? These are the first step to real estate, period, because you have to know.
And make your why stronger than your emotion. That's powerful.
Yeah, it's hard, and I get it. I've been doing this a very long time. I always say, like, hey, how can I take the stress away from my sellers? I've realized that I've been doing this for, a long time, and they just don't have the same, they're just scared. This is their largest asset for a lot of people, and they want to make sure that everything goes smoothly. And that's where we come in, and we're just like, hey, don't worry. It's okay. It's literally a strategic process that if you just follow the steps and do it, everything will go smooth. Now, I wouldn't say everything goes smooth.
There's never, it's just
every deal is different.
It's like Universal Studios, roller coaster rides. Everything is up and down. So if you like theme parks, definitely get into real estate and try to sell your own home.
Right, yeah.
But no, it
can actually be really rewarding.
And it is rewarding. So yeah, like exactly, going back to roller coasters, it's really fun, but very emotional at the same time.
Yeah.
But you can do it. You can do it. Anybody can do it. If you follow the steps and literally take our advice and suggestions on certain things, this is possible for anybody to do. Yeah. And it will be rewarding, because you will save thousands of dollars.
Yes, you will. I'm excited to help people and make sure that they
and then another thing too, if you have any friends or family members that are even thinking about selling their home, recommend them our program, because you're helping them save money as well too, just by letting them know that this is an option.
Right.
So,
well, I'm excited. So thanks for listening to Top Real Estate Podcast. We hope that the pros and cons, you kind of look at them, you see what fits for you. There are more pros than there are cons. If you're worried about the cons, just, go to our link, go to our YouTube channel, kind of check us out on our website and see if this is a right fit for you. If it's not, we're still here. We're going to go ahead and hold your hand, whether it's for sale by owner or if you want to go ahead and list with us regularly as well.
at least we will get the job done.
Absolutely.
Either way.
Check out our reviews. I'm super, I pride myself on good business, and I love when I make my clients money, and it is just super rewarding to me. And the fact that I can have this ability to give back to people is ultimately the reward for me.
And that's beautiful.
In doing this. Yeah.
I love
I'm
that.
a little nervous, but it's all going to work out fine.
Why are you nervous?
Well, because I know a lot of other realtors are going to be upset with me, but I never really cared anyways. They don't pay my bills, and giving back is better for me than to make money.
That will, you're planting seeds in other ways, and that's more powerful.
Yeah.
So anyways, thank you all for watching Top Real Estate Secrets, and we hope to see you on the next episode.